No election outcomes changed as a result of the official canvass, according to Riley County officials on Thursday. The Riley County Commission, acting as the board of county canvassers, approved the final certification of official election results as presented at Thursday's meeting. The results posted on election night were the unofficial results, as election staff still needed to count provisional ballots. A provisional ballot allows a registered voter to participate in an election if there is an eligibility issue like an address or name change within 30 days of an election. The elections office provided a report of all the polling places and the status of the provisional votes. Riley County totals for the 2024 general election are 22,123 regular votes, 1,778 advance mail ballots, and a total of 1,131 provisional ballots. The elections office recommended 367 of these provisionals be counted as valid, 75 counted as partially valid, which means the voter was registered but voted in the wrong place, and 688 as not valid. Those counted as not valid were because the voters either were not registered in Riley County, did not provide a photo ID, or did not sign the provisional ballot. In addition, there are 318 federal service and FVAP ballots and 9 head counts. The total number of votes cast in the November 5th election was 25,359. A veteran of the Manhattan city government says he may be hanging it up soon. Longtime city commissioner and Riley County Law Enforcement Agency Board Chair John Mata on Thursday said on KMAN's Within Reason with Mike Matson, it's unlikely he'll seek re-election next year, though he didn't completely rule it out.
They say never, but I would say right now chances are I won't run.
Mata first run election to the city commission back in 2011. He did not run for re-election in 2015, but then was elected again as a city commissioner in 2021. He said not seeking another term would allow him to focus on other business, as he wants to remain involved in the community he and his family have lived in since 1998. Mata also said he would be, quote, more willing to help the right person with their campaign. He currently is the advancement director for Manhattan Catholic Schools after retiring from Foot Locker as vice president of logistics in 2019. Prior to that, he held executive positions with the Walt Disney Company and Macy's. A K-State football player was injured in an accident early Wednesday morning in Manhattan. 21-year-old Alec Marenko, who is a linebacker on the team, was taken to Via Christi by EMS for his injuries. The accident occurred at the corner of Marlatt Avenue and Matter Drive just after 6:15 a.m. when a 2018 Jeep Grand Cherokee driven by Akina Jones Green crossed the center lane into oncoming traffic and collided head-on with Marenko, who was driving in his 2019 GMC Sierra after he had tried to swerve out of the way. By the time he had gotten out of the way, Jones Green had corrected back into her lane, causing the accident. Marenko had transferred to K-State this past season after 3 years at New Mexico. His injuries are expected to be non-life-threatening. November has so far been a wet and windy one for the Little Apple, and that isn't going to change heading into the weekend, according to Chip Redman with Kansas Messinette.
We will have those gusts at the 30, 35 miles an hour likely through Saturday. Our high temperatures are still going to be on the warmer side. Our average highs are in the mid-50s, and our average lows are right around freezing. We should be hitting freezing almost daily, and we're still warmer than average, and despite that cold feel to the air, and we're going to remain that way at least through Sunday.
The wet stuff isn't stopping anytime soon, with some rumblings of possible snow in the future forecast. Redmond says that this month is on pace to be one of the wettest on record.
We do have another storm system that's going to move through the area Sunday into Monday. And I mentioned this just because it looks like we're going to get another 1 to potentially 2 inches of rain for the Manhattan area. That would bump us to nearly the top 5 wettest November on record.
Chip Redman joins KMAN's Morning News every Thursday at 7:35. More on the day's headlines can be found at our website, newsradiokman.com and themercury.com.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. Cam Carter scored 20 against his former team as LSU bested K-State last night 76-65 at Bramlage. Carter, who spent the last 2 seasons with the Cats, was 6 of 11 from the field, including a trio of 3-pointers. David Gasson and Doug McDaniel each had 16 for the Wildcats, who will host Mississippi Valley State their next time out on Tuesday night. Aoka Lee scored 28 in just 16 minutes due to foul trouble as 10th-ranked K-State rolled to an 86-68 win over Creighton in the women's tilt. The Cats off until Monday night when they host Little Rock. The high school football playoff schedule continues tonight with Manhattan High matching up with Wichita Northwest. Game time is at 7, coverage at 6:30 on News Radio KMAN. Our B1047 Carpet One of Manhattan game of the week, Bueller visiting Wamego in the 4A playoffs, a rematch of an earlier game this season that saw the Red Raiders go on the road to get a win. Coverage at 6:30 tonight on B1047. Also, Burlingame is at Frankfort and Valley Heights visits Medicine Lodge. Following a week off, the K-State football team back at it tomorrow night, beginning the final 3-game stretch of the regular season with a key matchup against Arizona State. Both teams taking 2 conference losses into the contest. 6 o'clock kickoff tomorrow night. Coverage at 2 on News Radio KMAN and on 101.5 K-Rock with Power Cat Game Day. K-State volleyball matching up with a ranked foe for the second consecutive match. Tonight they welcome in number 18 TCU to Morgan Family Arena for that 6:30 contest. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.